Greetings. Welcome to Karen Hope's 15 Minutes of Solid Inspiration, the channel where hope grows inspiration, y'all. Thank you for being here today. So I'm jumping on the channel to let you all know that episode 149 has been produced and published and is available for listening down in the podcast platform links down below in the description box. Y'all check it out. Now, today's episode, part 4 of the third series that we've had, and it's called Effective Communication is Key. Today we're episode 4. This is the fourth part. The fourth episode of this series, part 4. The very first one, we talked about how communication is effective between, you and me, and you and them, and all of us. And then the second part was the communication we had between us and God. And we stressed a lot upon the listening part. And then the listening part went into part 3, which touched upon when we're listening, we're actually answering our calling. And that's what we're doing today. We're extending that yesterday's episode, and we continued talking about answering our calling, but in a different way. And I'll tell you, we're not going to talk about it in its entirety, but I'll just tell you a little bit. Just go ahead on and listen to the episode down in the podcast platform links down below, and then just know you have 148 more to listen to after that. Okay, I'm going to bring up the old catchphrase that I promised I wouldn't use too much, but sometimes I have to remind you how goofy I am. Be like a little bitty old tomato and ketchup. So anyway, today's episode was about answering our calling and how we can be stopped in our tracks, and not by anyone else. No one can stop our calling, but we can put a big old halt on that with our little bitty old hurt feelings. I say that because I'm talking to myself. It's not in a condescending way, but really and truly, sometimes we feel ways that we do not have to. And we play victim to it too. But we didn't talk about that too much, but I thought I'd just throw that in there quickly. Maybe we'll add that tomorrow. But, what we need to do, y'all, really, all of us, really, just to make things better. This is what I believe. It's what I'm trying to do. I try my best these days to do exactly this. And that is not really focus on the bad feeling. Because I'm starting to feel that is the weapon formed against me. It's how I'm feeling about some stuff. But all I have to do is change my mind. And help myself out, We have to help ourselves out with prayer and help ourselves out. And what we need to do is we need to not focus on the bad feeling, but really try to pinpoint with prayer. We can't just go around all willy-nilly trying to be smart. That's not very smart. We really need to be seeking direction from God. The people we meet, the things we read, the things we watch, the things we listen to, even with the things we put in our body. We need to be seeking answers because they're all around us. But instead of thinking about that bad feeling all the time, what we need to do is ask God to direct us to why we have that feeling. And then we need to ask Him to fix it, to take it away. Or if not take it away, transmute it, maybe. I don't know what He needs to do. He knows what He needs to do with us. But what we need to understand is we need to ask Him for this help at all times. Because it's where our help comes from. If we don't, we will never receive it. Okay? And you know what? Today's blog was written today also. You check that out down in the GoDaddy link down below. In the description box. It's like the second link up from the bottom. But that one was called Living Our Best Life. Y'all, look, it was kind of along the same lines. We can't worry about the feeling. We need to focus on why we have the feeling. And then we have to ask God to help us with it. He needs to either build it up, because we do have good feelings too. It's not all about bad feelings. We have good feelings. So we can ask him to build that up for us and help it stay strong and keep it anchored, or take it away and destroy it, never to be seen again. But the bottom line is, the same point of today's episode and the same point of the blog is, we need to ask God for his help. Okay, let's move along. Let's wrap up this video with a pretty little bow and talk about a little inspiration. I'm going to say this. Speaking of asking God for his help. Okay, so how sometimes we put ourselves in situations by first and foremost not listening to God in the first place. And okay, so if you don't want to give God credit the whole time, because eventually we will. We're going to have to. Might as well just stop fighting the feeling. But we're gonna have to sit back and understand that there's some stuff we need to let go. We are going to understand that it's not serving our purpose. It's no more than sentiment. It's no more than being stuck in a bad feeling or thought, it's really grounding to me that a thought is just a thought. Really, a thought is not real. It's just a thought. It's a catalyst. It's power. It's fuel. It's ambition. It's an idea, but it can change at any time. Its charge can change at any time based on how we're thinking. It's just a thought. Sometimes those thoughts, we need to get rid of them. Sometimes there are thoughts we need to keep. We need to be praying about this also. Ask God to get rid of what we don't need and help us keep what we need. We need him for that. But getting back to what I was saying, we have to sometimes all the time. But we get to that point. I don't know what it's going to take for us to get to that point. It's different things because we have different lives. We have different ways that God shows us different things according to his plan for our lives, according to how he made us. He shows us different things, different ways. But eventually, we're going to have to go to him to help us get some things done. And this is why. If we do not go to God, there's going to be a problem. And what we may have to do is when we go to God with some things, we may have to adjust. It may not be exactly what we wanted. More than likely, it will not be. If that was the case, we would be there already. We were trying to make it something else. We have another chance to, slow our roll, another opportunity, another choice, to do something different and better. And that's listen to God. Get to that point. Would we rather listen to God and adjust to the absence of something we're so used to, like that bad thought or something like that? Would we rather just deal with that, just the having to adjust to the absence, instead of having to deal with the frustration, the pain, the hurt, the fear, the anxiety, the self-doubt that comes in, the worry that comes in, the falling on our face and just staying there that comes in? Not being able to pull ourselves by our bootstraps when that stuff comes in. Wouldn't you rather just adjust to the absence instead of having to deal with the frustration of its presence? That's what God is for. If we cannot go to God and ask him for his help, there's no way that we can adjust, be brave enough, be smart enough, be even, no, really willing enough, because it takes faith. The bottom line, be willing, even able, because we need his help to do that. We need to go to God to be able to make this adjustment, to be without the presence of that thing that probably stayed with us longer than anything in our life. Misery does that. Mama will leave, husband will leave, children leave, jobs leaves, money leaves, but misery stays. It's like our friend. It's not our friend at all. It chases our friends away, the real ones. It chases the real love away, which is unconditional. Well, not the unconditional love, because that'll stick around and probably just kind of hang back a little bit and wait for crazy to go away. Not the person being crazy, but I'm just talking about the tone, the pray it away, whatever we have to do, vibe it away. Yeah, but we need God to be able to even make the adjustment to deal with the absence of something that's been around so long, the pain and stuff, and insecurities. I mean, I could say that for myself, and I like to mention this every once in a while. You know, people probably think that this is something that not something that I've always done, but I'm comfortable, you know, on camera. No. I mean, like, I fought this. I had to have friends come and sit with me at my table and tell me, what is wrong with you, girl? Just do it. Like, really. Like a kid. Scared, shaking in my boots, feeling like I'm going to faint. It was a bad thing for me. But sometimes I just figured, I guess, it wasn't in these words, but I guess this is what we do. I would much rather deal with the absence of something that's been around so long than to continue to deal with the frustration, the loss of time, valuable time, worried about something that wasn't even an issue. Not to anyone but me. So that's just what I want to say. We do need God's help for everything. We need it because bottom line is everything, our decisions boil down to this. When it comes for making life choices for the better, for growth, they're all anchored in faith, by the way, in belief, all of it in positivity, positive and balance. Is there anything else? And love, fairness. Okay, and fairness. But yeah, those things, it's all anchored in that, and we need to operate from these platforms, and then from there we can just move forward, y'all. Move forward and continue to grow, because that's the whole point of life. Living is growing. Growing is living. There's no growth, there's no life. Okay, so let's keep living. Let's keep living a good life. Okay, so thank you again for supporting the podcast monthly, and if you are considering, thank you in advance. Thank you for being here right now today on this beautiful afternoon. Please like this video, thumbs up it. Okay, comment, share, turn that red notification bell gray. Okay, I'm glad we don't have a great day today. So sunshiny and beautiful, but I would like a great notification bell. Thank y'all so much. So I will see y'all again tomorrow on this channel, if God says the same, to exchange some awesome energy. Y'all get outside today, get some sunshine. Okay, if it's nighttime already, go get some moonshine. Not moonshine, should I say that? Moon rays. No moonshine, okay? It's a little too strong. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Have a good day. God bless you and yours.